everybody and welcome back. So I don't know how to start this video at all. I actually don't even want to really film it, but here we go. Honestly, I filmed this video 3 times now and I just feel like I end up rambling on, and I want to keep this short and informational and easy to watch, although it's not easy to talk about or to listen to, probably the topic that I'm going to talk about. But anyway, so I don't know how to start this video. I don't even really want to film it, but it's been a while since I've been on channel. This is not one of those like, oh, everything is so perfect, look at my perfect little life kind of videos. The reason I haven't filmed a video in a long time is because of everything that has happened, and also because I was not feeling up for it. I haven't been well. Well, I have, and also I haven't. And I feel like this is one of the biggest lessons that I've learned in the past couple of weeks, is that life comes first, and your own happiness and your own health comes before anything else. So let's not talk about something that is happening but not say exactly what it is. I feel like a lot of people do that in their videos. So let's just get into it. My boyfriend and I have broken up. So this happened a couple of weeks ago, maybe a month, more than a month ago. We met 4 years ago in Miami. He lived in Switzerland, I lived in Denmark, and we were long distance for 3 years, visiting each other every 3 to 6 weeks, depending on what was possible. And then last year in September, I moved to Switzerland for us to live together, and also because I always wanted to move abroad, and Switzerland is such a beautiful country. I love it there. He had a work assignment half a year after, which was this April, where he had to go abroad for half a year. So either I would be left alone in Switzerland after half a year and we would be long distance again, which we decided that it would just be too hard for us. The only other option was for me to come with him. So I quit everything I had in Switzerland and I came with him earlier this year to Canada, and now we are not together. So I'll get into a little bit of what I think maybe helped make the situation even harder, and maybe what led to our breakup. But first I want to say that this is not going to be too personal, because there is such a thing as a personal life, and also there are no juicy details to share. There's no tea here. I don't want you guys to feel any negative feelings towards him. I personally don't. We left the relationship because we love each other so much that we want for ourselves and for the other person to be as happy as possible and to have a good life and be with somebody that they can be happy with. And we were not happy together in the end. We had good moments, but we had too much hard times, and it was better. We decided to leave it and go find ourselves, go be on our own and see what that's like. Basically, bottom line, that's the reason of the breakup. It's nothing bad. Nobody did something bad. There is no case of bad feelings. It's really just wanting the best for each other and for ourselves, and we were not the best that we could be together at this point in time. So obviously I want to talk a little bit about some of the things that we struggled with. That is not necessarily personal, but of course it is. So obviously moving to Switzerland is quite a big deal. It's quite a change to learn a new language, learn a new culture, integrate yourself into a new community, just figuring out how the supermarket works, where do I find the milk, what kind of milk do I even like. Like, there's a lot of small things that you don't even think about when you're moving to another country, and it's obviously overwhelming to spend a lot of energy figuring out everything throughout the day, every day. And also I started out working 100%, 40 hours a week. I love my job, but it can be hard with the flexible work hours. At least 3 days a week you work late nights, and then you also work early mornings. It's quite a fluctuating schedule, and I'm used to it, but building a life with somebody else, it can be a challenge. So he had a sports hobby where he went to practice 2 nights a week, and also played games basically every weekend. And I was also working every single Saturday, basically. And then he signed up for an extra hobby activity of training another team where he would be at games every Sunday as well. So overall, in this half year of starting a life in Switzerland, there was a lot to handle. Also, I had to have a social life. I wanted to get to know his social life, like getting to know his friends and getting along with them and being a part of this little community that they have. But I also wanted to build my own network, find my own friends, and like get to know people on my own and have my own life. Also, I was still doing YouTube, Instagram on like a high level. I really want this to be something. So I was working every single free day that I had, like these 2 days a week that I had off. I would film and edit all day. Like I didn't take time for myself, and that is, I think, the biggest mistake. I think overall we just had really messed up expectations of how this was gonna go. We both kind of unknowingly build up expectations that once we lived together everything would be perfectly fine and we could handle anything in the world and just start out life, and life would just fall into place automatically. We probably didn't realize that it takes hard work and you need to spend time together. We barely had time for each other, and we barely had time for our own lives. Like it was way too much for me to take on board, working so much, having all these expectations around me to build a network, finding friends, and also working like crazy, having my own hobby. Whew. Already thinking about it now, it's so easy to look back now and see what you could have done better, see how much pressure we were putting ourselves under, and in the moment you just think like, yeah, this is what it takes, this is what's normal. Is there even a normal? And now I can just see that it was so much pressure that we put on ourselves, and I think this is the biggest reason that we fell apart as a couple, because we didn't build up a stronger relationship. We were putting so much pressure on each other and on ourselves. Life drags you on a journey, and you don't always see when you're sliding off the road until you end up in the ditch. And that's what happened. So some other reasons may also have affected that we had to break up at this point, but I see now in this time for myself that I feel so good having the time and the focus to be able to focus on building up myself. Because something that I've never told you guys, probably, I don't know, maybe I've mentioned it, it's not a secret. I do struggle with social anxiety and probably also other forms of anxiety. I do have a lot of things going on in my head. I'm an overanalyzer, I'm an overthinker, I'm a worrier. I don't have the best self-confidence. So basic things like coming back from work, and like on a Friday night coming home from work and being asked, do you want to go grab a beer with my friends? It seems like, yeah, sure, of course, and then getting up to work the next day, it will be fine, like you need to be social. But for me, that was a huge struggle. Like it was hard for me to, when I am out being social, it takes a lot of energy out of me. Then I need to come home and recharge that energy before I feel okay to go out again. And with this crazy schedule that we had, it really got too much in the end. And as I said, there's a ton of things that may have influenced this, but I feel now really okay with being on my own for a while, because I know that this is necessary. I need to build up some things from myself and build a stronger me. I wanted to film this video today because I'm having an okay, kind of neutral day today. I feel okay. I feel good. I also don't feel good. And I have been through really good times and I've been through really bad times in the past couple of weeks. So I feel like I have some perspective. I obviously don't have a lot yet. I need way more time to go through this to kind of be able to look back and see what worked, how did I actually feel. But I just wanted to let you guys know what is going on and tell you that this is what I'm going through. Like obviously when we broke up about a month ago, we were in Canada together. I don't have a life in Switzerland. Like I didn't have a job because I quit. We rented out our apartment, so I don't have a place to go, and I couldn't even pay the rent even if I did go. So I went back to my parents. I have been at my parents' house in Denmark for the past month and just trying to figure out what is the next step and what am I going to do with my life. So what is happening is that I called my boss. I got a job in the place that I worked before, so I have a job from September. I also found a place to live in Zurich, which is really exciting. So I can move out, have my own place. I will live with another person, but I will be on my own, creating my own life in Switzerland, and I'm really excited about that. So I'm going to be moving back to Switzerland in a couple of weeks and starting really fresh. And also I want to tell you guys that this video is obviously not, this is the first time that I'm going through anything like this. Like, I had a boyfriend before, but that was like not really serious and kind of an easy breakup. This is the first time that I'm going through something really hard, and I know that it can be really isolating and really lonely. Like, a big part of you is all of a sudden taken away, and you have to fill out these holes in some way, and you have to rebuild what was taken away from you, and that doesn't just happen. So you feel empty and lonely for a period of time, and I don't want this video, it isn't an educational one, it isn't full of advice because I don't have experience in this area, but it is a way for me to prove to anyone out there going through the same that you are not alone. And I urge you, please write me a message anywhere that you can if you want to talk to somebody. And I may seem okay in this video because I'm not crying or I'm like being very practical about it, but this is maybe just the way that I am feeling today. I was crying a lot yesterday and I have also been smiling and out with my family, and this weekend I'm going to Copenhagen and hanging out with my friends and having an awesome time probably, and being distracted from this whole situation. But probably next week I'll have a day where I will cry again. So I do feel sad, it is hard, so don't be mistaken by all of this. It's how I feel right now. I will be in Switzerland and he won't, because he won't come back to Switzerland until later in the year. So this is giving me a really good start to really be on my own and really do it on my own, because I also want to stress that the reason I'm going back to Switzerland and the reason that I was in Switzerland in the first place is not because of him. I always wanted to move abroad. I love being in Switzerland and I know that I can make a life there, and I want to make a life there even without him. Just want to make that clear. Until next time, I can't promise you a schedule or anything. I want to get into filming again, so hopefully there will be some videos out in the next couple of weeks, but I honestly don't know right now. I don't have any money to buy new clothes, but I can tell you guys about my life if you want. So no promise of videos. There will be some. I don't know when, I don't know what they will be, but I care about you guys. I missed you guys, and I'm happy to be here again, and I hope that you are... Oh, my cookies are done. And I hope that you guys are doing really well. If you have anything that you want to get off your chest, then leave a comment down below and we can all help each other to feel better about the tough areas of life. Because life is life and it is not always easy. I love you guys. Thank you for watching this if you did, and thank you for caring enough to participate in my little journey, to be interested in my life. That means a lot to me, even if just one person watches this and leaves a nice comment. I love being here with you guys, and once again, I'm not looking for sympathy. I'm not looking for you to be mad at him or anything. I just want to share, and I just want to be here as a reminder that you are not alone, and maybe somebody can find some comfort in the things that I'm talking about. And yes, I only have nail polish on one of my hands. It got too late last night to do the other hand, so that's random. Anyway, have a nice day and I will see you soon. Bye!